The topic before us today is very important in psychology. It's a psychological concept that influences human behavior. And the topic is postulated by a renowned scholar, Abraham Maslow, in 1943. Abraham Maslow came by with this theory by studying very successful people and studying their pattern and how they behaved and how they migrated in needs. Now, this theory is called the need theory of motivation. Now, this is there are other people that has worked on need theory of motivation, but this Abraham Maslow's theory really has surpassed generation to generation. It's almost 100 years and it's still very relevant. Since 1943. Now, what did Abraham Maslow say? Abraham Maslow said that to every human being, that human beings will always behave according to the need. So what I want you to hold in this class is that every human being will always react, behave, just because of his need. And he now said there is an hierarchical progress in human needs. That the basic needs, which is the physiological need, which is water, food, clothes, shelter, etc. These are basic need. Basic. That any human being will only take a decision if he has this basic need is very okay for the beginning of his needs in life. That after he must have satisfied all these, he has food, he has clothes, he has anywhere he sleeps. It could even be under the bridge. That as long as he can do this, he will not think that this bridge that I'm sleeping, I have enough water, I have food, I have clothes, that I need to migrate, I cannot be endangering my life. You will now be thinking about safety. That this safety need, that is when you now see that somebody wants to rent a room, 2 rooms. Somebody will say, I don't want to stay 2 rooms, I want 3 rooms. My family is, I want 4 rooms. Now, I don't want to live in a common area, I want to live in an estate. Is there security? That if a man is now feeling secured with his family or with himself, living in very secure environment, and he has food already, he has surpassed all this, these are not his problem, he has enough to eat, and he has a place to stay, and there is safety and neighborhood, watch around his neighborhood and his abode. The next thing that a man would think is to satisfy this social need. That is when you see that on Sundays in communities, you see women across this, communities putting banners together, wearing the same clothes, Sunshine Brothers, Sunshine Sisters, Association of, carpenters, Association of bricklayers. Some people will join the elite clubs, the Eco clubs of this world, the Ikoyi clubs, the Benin Sport Club, the Abeokuta Sport Club, the Kaduna Sport Club, and all that, Polo Club. All these are somebody that has gotten food and water, he has a house that is safe, he would think about joining clubs. With this, he would think about joining clubs because he wants to satisfy his social need. Now, this social need will give you some level of affiliation because he wants people in this class to know him. He wants people in the social clubs to be his friend. That is when you see some people join even some funny clubs, secret cults and all that, because they want to belong to a social class. You now wonder, why is this person? Because they want to feel socially connected. That's what Abraham Maslow said, that when all these are done, people will join a lot of social, clubs and all that. Some in the mosque, some in the churches that are pure religious associations, they will join those clubs. Now, when you have satisfied this social club. Abraham Maslow said, as far back as 1943, that every individual will be motivated to have a self-esteem need to be satisfied. You want to satisfy his self-esteem. Now, that is where you now see people after he has a social, he has relationship with people, he feel social, he feel among, he wants to achieve this need, which is the first cadre of the need, which is self-esteem. This self-esteem is now when you see people say, don't call me Mr. Call me Chief Agborigo. Call me Chief Otumba. You see people say, I want to become an Oba. I want to become a king. I want to become an emir. I want to belong to an emirate. Why? What are they trying to satisfy? Self-esteem. Don't call me Mr. again. Call me doctor. Call me professor. Call me engineer. Call me pharmacist. So people want to belong. They want self-esteem, something that will give them chief. When they are coming, they want people to say, that is our chief. Now, if you are now seeing somebody behaving in such a way that he wants to become a king, and you'll be wondering, why is he fighting? Why is he going to Supreme Court? Because he wants to satisfy this need. So don't be baffled, because you will understand anytime you see people fight because of positions, you will understand what Abraham Maslow has said, that human beings will always progress in that cadre. Now, if somebody is now a chief, he now has the recognition in the community, in the society, in his club, he now wants to achieve this need, which is self-actualization. This self-actualization, let me give you a typical example in Nigeria. President Bola Tinubu, he said, Emilokan. That is, he wants to actualize this long-time dream. Atiku Abubakar. Atiku AB. He wants to become, why? Because he wants to actualize this self-dream. That happens to everybody. You see people belong to a professional association. You see people wanting to become a governor, and they will contest 5 times, just wanting to be at the apex or top echelon of any society. To that end, this self-actualization is now explaining the cadre and how they... So what Abraham Maslow insisted was that there is an hierarchy of those needs. That when one is satisfied, you go to the next in advanced management class, master's level and a PhD level. What the typical exam question will be is that compare this Abraham Maslow theory to Adafa or McLennan. But for the emphasis of knowledge, we now want to take this class back to a simple theory. Let's put all this out so that people can still see the theories very well and the hierarchies at which they go. Now, let's do this. Do you know that this theory is applicable to the way you relate with your family, the way you relate to your workers? Now, let me tell you the application. What motivates people differs. That's why every manager, every leader must understand this theory. Because if you do not understand what motivates people that you are leading, even your children, you will not be able to lead them well. You will not be able to get the best out of them. That's the importance of Abraham Maslow theory. Let me give you an instance. Now, if you have a staff, you will see that some organizations, they will say that their staffs, they want to pay for expensive clubs. Say they want to make them join Ikoyi Club. Ikoyi Club. And the company will pay. Why? Do you think the company is wasting their money? The company is not wasting their money. The company is making sure that their senior management staffs fulfill their social need. Now, if this achievement, social need, if it is satisfied by a staff, the staff might not think of going to other companies. They might give in their best to the company. Now, you can motivate your staff in different ways. Just know what they need. Some, you can say, okay, every staff, we will make sure that we provide staff bus for you. This staff bus alone might make your staff feel secured. You are satisfying the safety need. This bus, making sure you pick them from the mainland, you drop them on the island, for instance, or pick them from Garimpa, you drop them in Matama, in Abuja, or you pick them in Port Harcourt and drop them in the city center. Let them walk, take them back to their closest bus stop to the house. I'm telling you that your staffs might be feeling safe and they might retain and work with you for a long time. But because people do not understand what motivates others, let me say this again. Let's say people that relate with their spouses, and for the fact that you don't understand behavioral patterns in psychology, you will not understand what motivates people. So you'll be doing the wrong thing to think you are impressing them. To someone that you are relating with, either your spouse or anything. If somebody likes food or somebody likes social gathering, you know that at every point in time, you should make sure you satisfy his or her social need. But if you are not focused on satisfying the social need, and you are probably wasting money to make her collect chieftaincy title, you are just wasting your time. So you must make sure you understand, if a woman likes a good home, she likes a very beautiful house, and she will be very happy with you as a husband, that you are giving her a very good house. Instead, you are taking her to parties, you are wasting all your money at the social level. That means you do not understand what motivates her. You are wasting your time. So therefore, house and class, I want us to really understand this theory so as to understand the behavioral pattern of human beings, so that when you see anyone that you are relating with, you understand what motivates them, how they get motivated, and what you can do to get the best out of them. Your staffs, when you know that they like title, give them head of department, HOD. You say, that's our HOD coming. You call them manager. Even if you have a 4-man staff or member of staff, rather, you call one of them a manager, you call one of them head of IT, you call one of them head of marketing. That title alone is fulfilling their self-esteem need. With that, the people might not leave, because if you are giving them HOD or you are calling them manager in your own organization, they will not want to go to another organization that will not give them the same title. So therefore, if you understand what self-esteem is, a woman can stay with a man if she feels that she's having respect and she's having the title of the madam of the house, or the controller of the house, or the manager of the house. When you give people those soft and subtle titles, it makes them feel respected, increase their ego and self-esteem, and that will make them give you the best in terms of performance and commitment to the organization and to probably the relationship. To this end, I want to encourage every one of us that we should try as much as possible to understand these theories and use them to achieve results in getting the best out of people's behavior and performance in organization. Thank you for listening to us. And I tell you, everybody can look at this and read about it. I want your comments, observation on this theory that we have taken today, Abraham Maslow Theory of 1943, and the topic is need theory. I want your comments and your contributions on this topic and how we can enrich it. Thank you for listening to us. Ale with Uchikutu. Thank you.